Hey, welcome to the channel. Thank you guys for checking in with me. Today's topic for discussion is going to be the San Antonio real estate market. We're going to dive deep into the numbers of June, what actually happened, and we want to talk about exactly what we can expect moving forward. Should we buy our next rental? Should we buy our next investment property to fix and flip? I want to answer those questions for you, so make sure you stick around to the end of the video. Hey, and before we get started, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I'm telling you, man, we're dropping some content all the time, and it's very good content because it dictates how much money you make. So let's keep rocking and rolling, and let's get this information. June numbers, exactly what happened in San Antonio. Let's dive into it. Now, I'll be the first to admit, if you watched any of my previous videos on market analysis, man, I wish I could have got you some numbers on this one. But right now, this is all I have to work with. So this is what we're going to work with because I want to make sure I get you the information while it's still relevant. So with that being said, let's dive into the San Antonio market. As you can see, 3,800 homes sold in San Antonio during the month of June, which is an increase of 14%, which is huge, 14%, which I'll be honest, that's what I kind of anticipated. Just because we're still coming out of the COVID wave. It's a ripple effect. A lot of people have more inventory out on the market just because it's safer. I don't know who thought of that, but it's safer to actually put a house on the market. So right now, a lot of people are opening it up, and a lot of homeowners are thinking, okay, this is the time. Obviously, historically, June, homeowners always think about the kids getting moved before school, right? So this has historically always been an opportunity for homeowners to move and go into a new home. So with that being said, expected the sales to go up, which is the show for right here. The month of June show an increase of all four categories, including the stability in the market. So when it's talking about all four categories, high-end homes, affordable homes, townhomes, single residential, condos, just talking about every type of housing you can possibly imagine. So with that being said, that is very, very good. Compared to 2019, obviously you see an average price home increased 3%. Still a seller's market, guys. I mean, coronavirus brought so much doubt and uncertainty to the United States. Well, I must admit, Texas hasn't moved an inch. We're still doing great. And I don't know if it's just because of the wave of June or the wave of April and May. It seemed like we've bounced back like a basketball. We've bounced back and we're actually driving some things closer to back where we used to be. Everybody anticipated a drop in the market. Right now, as far as June, from this year to the last year, no crisis last year, crisis this year, prices up a little bit. It's still a seller's market, right? That's exactly what it tells me. It's still a seller market. Year to date, the average price shown to increase 5%, which is great. Since the start, there was 9,000 active listings and a total of 16,000 total homes that sold in the city, average 64 days on market, which is pretty good. 2 months on market, 2 months and a little change, which is pretty good. This further demonstrates the ongoing supply of home as they sell, right? There's a supply and demand here. People are still moving to San Antonio. People are still selling their homes there. Year to date, year over year comparison fares well to Travis, Harris, Dallas County, right? When we're talking about just other counties in Travis obviously being Austin, Harris obviously being Houston, if you didn't know, Dallas, well, being Dallas. All those areas, Tarrant County is right. I mean, Bexar County is right there. It's right there with everybody. Travis dropped, Harris dropped, Dallas dropped. Bexar, 3.4%. Very, very strong market. Now, I would add this to it. Bexar is also the cheapest. So it's more affordable. Whenever we're talking about housing and we're talking about should we buy, should we not buy? Well, whenever you got affordable homes, they tend not to drop as much as everything else amid a crisis, right? When we're talking about election years on an affordable house, there's only so much money we can drop on $100,000 house. But if the average house is 300, 400,000, well, there's a little bit of margin there. Even if we're talking about 10%, well, 10% of 400 is 40. 10% of 40,000 of 100,000 is 40%, right? You see the difference there? The 10% that San Antonio may drop, they may not feel as much of it. So I would definitely say that's not really the best indicator because San Antonio is the cheapest market out of the four, out of Travis, Harris, and Dallas County. San Antonio by far, Bexar County is by far the cheapest market out there. So with that being said, we can't really anticipate a shift. The numbers that I want to stick close to are the numbers of which are the properties still selling, are people still having jobs, people are still being able to afford a mortgage or qualify for a mortgage, which is a big indicator in whether the market's going to tank or not. So with people still having jobs, banks are still lending money, great indicator that that market is holding strong. As predicted, June has shown a strong buying season, right? That's historic. Every housing market has a bell-like curve. And guess what? June is right in the middle of it. June and July. So that's a portion of it. That's a part of it. This can be seen as pending sales is at 3,700. I mean, there's 3,700 clients that went out and picked their home to buy and sell. So I'm wondering what July holds for us. An additional 904 homes are pending from June through July. So resulting in a 32% increase. Now that is huge. I gotta say that is very, very big. The big reason why is because people are still actively looking to sell. So if you're a seller right now is the time to put your house on the market. You will get top dollar for it, most likely, if it's in decent shape. I can't stress that enough. But if it's a nice home, typically they'll sell fast. They'll sell for what you want them to sell for. And there's plenty of people looking to buy a house. So right now, if you're a seller, go ahead and put that house out there. If you're a buyer, hey, don't beware. Right now is still a great time to put your house out there on the market. Now, from a buyer perspective, you got to look at it and say, okay, I may have to put my best foot forward on this offer. This is not a time of crisis. People are not in time of crisis with selling these homes. As far as what the market is saying, I'm not saying the people in general, but I'm saying the market. What the market is telling us, there's no crisis going through according to these numbers. So with that being said, buy and buy a lot of it. If you're an investor, buy more, because this is telling me that hey, the price is hot. People are and the market is hot, and people are buying and selling property. So if you want to invest, great time to do it. If you want to buy for your first time, great time to do it. Definitely let me know what you guys think about it. Hey, so drop a comment below. Let me know exactly what's going on. That way we can dive deep into getting you exactly what you need to get. Keep winning.